Wheat Field, what up, y'all? Week, what it do? Welcome back to the Wheat Field, y'all. Welcome to you. If you're new, hey, welcome to you too. This is your girl, La T, here at Tears and Wheat Tarot Show. You showing up, never know what you come get, beloved. We are a spiritual reader, a channeled messenger. We are at least five different clears. We are a medium. We are a pendulum, like we get messages from the Alpha and Omega directly, beloved. We scribe, so you guys will see us use our spiritual gifts in a variety of different ways. And just know that the messages are coming from the Most High God for our highest, beloved, for our healing and for our ascension. And today, I am getting the energy of spiritual healing, spiritual support. And we are spiritual, not religious, but we do want to pray, beloved. And we thank the Most High God, the Alpha and Omega, for being here, for pulling us into the inner sanctuary, into the temple, into the holiest of holies, to surround us, to protect us as you bring this message through us. We are your willing and surrendered vessel for you to use, beloved, to bring a message that's not only that is edifying unto us, to our spirit, so that we may be spiritually strengthened and bear the yoke that is upon these shoulders. But also for your week, I do feel somebody that needs to be spiritually strengthened. You may be going through something, some sort of grief. I'm feeling wounded warrior, somebody who has endured hardship. You could also be chosen, having a spiritual gift. You may be someone who is being called to use that spiritual gift and not really for sure what to do with it, or you could be underway in understanding it, going through an awakening. But there are some things that are deep inside that need to be purged, that need to be brought up, or that it is being brought up to the surface, beloved. And it could be difficult for us to kind of contend with that, along with everything else that's going on with life, as life is be life in, right? So it's like feeling someone who's dealing with current life situations, past trauma, could be something from childhood, something to be healed, things that happens in relationships, you know what I mean? Just like a complex, I'm feeling bag of emotion, almost like complex post-traumatic stress disorder, where like you have so many different layers of things that have happened, so many different tower moments over your life, and it's just kind of hard to kind of break everything up and get it all out. Some people feel like they can do it all at once, like, oh, I've gotten over it, I've healed, or I've just moved on. But it's still things in there that's like residual, things that hang around that may come back to you. It could be in dreams, it could be in triggers. You don't understand why you react to certain things the way that you do. It's because it's something that's deeply rooted, and the spirit may be working with you to try to get that up so that you could be opened up to whatever it is that they want to do with you and through you. Thank you for bringing your week to this space. I know that they will receive, they will hear what they need in order to move to their next phase. Thank you. Whew. What up, guys? Week, what it do? Let's get into it. Y'all know how this go. It can start slow, like that old school Crisco. We got to get out the can and into the pan. And the Most High God, the Alpha and Omega, gonna come in and turn the heat up. We gonna get to cooking. We know a little bit of it, beloved, but what exactly is coming out, we just don't know. Now, if y'all done heard that before, the Crisco. Hey, honey, what's up, sis? I can see that comment. I see it pop up. If y'all have heard that before, that just know where it came from, okay? Because we get people who like to copy, right? We're taking it as a compliment at this moment, like they just like our saying and they want to kind of like use it. Whatever, beloved. We don't have it copyrighted. We didn't coin it, but we did use it first, beloved. So whatever. Anywho, yes, the originator, you got that right. What up, y'all? If y'all haven't checked out my girl Michelle at Life Mantra Tarot, please do. She's highly gifted and incredibly talented, tapped into the spirit, and her messages are phenomenal. Today's cup is Be Still and Know. Psalms 46:10, and I'm really picking up on that 10. And again, I'm feeling tower moments, I'm feeling harsh endings, I'm feeling new beginnings. Also, definitely got the 9 of fire right? I feel like somebody who has been through it, that's like that Nine of Wands, wounded warrior type of energy. Somebody that has been through a lot of battles, but you are still standing, getting that. We see the moon, right? We see illusions, but I'm really feeling revelations and even opening up of your intuition, right? So for somebody, the Most High God wants you to know to first be still and know. Know that everything is going to be all right. Bless you, beloved. Appreciate you. Welcome to the wheat field. What up, y'all's wheat? What it do? We welcome you, just like you are our first ones and twos. We appreciate you. Seriously, we do. But somebody has been going through something. I mean, a series of hard endings. And I feel like sometimes it can happen so rapid that you don't really heal from the last ending before you went to another battle, beloved. And it's like kind of moving from this thing to that thing to the next thing to the next thing. And it can be hard to purge all of that energy out of your system, to transmute it. And as much as you think that you're transmuting and breaking down something, it could be things that are really packed down into it, packed down in there, and you just haven't really gotten it all out. It can be difficult. Even when we think we've gotten it out, there's more to be revealed. And I feel like somebody's hardships, it could have started in early childhood, beloved, and that usually happens to chosen people who have a gift, something significant that they are called to do in this life cycle. You go through hardships and it starts early to prepare you for the work that you're going to do, beloved. See, 10 of air. I can't make it up. 10. That energy of 10 harsh endings, one after another, and it's backed up with the 4 of air, healing. And I feel like healing is a challenge. Like you've gone through so many different events. Like each sword is something that has happened. Each sword could represent a wound that is still present, and it's taking time with this hourglass in order for you to not only see all of the wounds, to feel them, to recognize them, and figure out how to heal past them. Definitely getting a lot of endings. And I'm feeling like the Most High God is saying it is time to start really unpacking them, right? King of Air. It's definitely a challenge, right? You can be a person that's highly intellectual, very knowledgeable, but you could be challenged by what you know. It's definitely some things that are within that you are unaware of, and I feel like the Spirit is wanting to give you some sort of revelation on what that is or what those events are that are still remaining, so that you can continue to heal, purge, and get into your service, your life calling. And that doesn't mean that it's going to necessarily be a spiritual work, but it could be something that you're going to lend onto creation itself, right? This is a general reading, beloved, but if you want to, get a personal reading, my girl Michelle at Life Mantra Tarot, she's also in the room. You can reach out to her. She definitely is amazing, and she's offering readings at this time. We're not currently doing personal readings, but thank you so much. Feel free to stay through the ending. Maybe there's something in this message for you. But I definitely feel, see, look, awakening. Somebody's definitely going through an awakening, right? I feel like, there's some sort of revelation that's happening, and all of these wounds from the past are working to wake you up to something, and it could be your calling, your purpose, whether it's some sort of creative idea or endeavor, something that you're going to do that I feel is highly impactful onto creation itself. Like not just for you and your immediate family, but I'm feeling legacy, I'm feeling community, I'm feeling something that's a bit broader, and it could be based on what you've gone through in the past. So if you were a person that experienced like deep childhood traumas, some sort of atrocity, some sort of event that really impacted you, you may have a voice about it, you may speak about it, you may get into some sort of humanitarian effort, you may be a person that is called to authorship or speakership, something that is going to help the greater community, beloved. We do see Queen of Air, which would be the counterpart to the King of Air. And you two could both be definitely, you could be in a relationship with a person, and it's a challenging relationship. Queen of Air and King of Air both tend to be very intellectual. They think over emotions, so it could be a challenged relationship. It could be discord. It could be like competing thoughts, and the way you guys understand things and look at life itself could be clashing, right? This could be a relationship maybe, was born out of, some sort of previous mindsets. Like, how was your the way you attach to people, the way you seek out partnerships, who you decide to come into partnership with could be based on some past trauma that needs to be healed. And that trauma could be reflecting in your current relationship. That's definitely for somebody, beloved. Yeah, Ace of Air. It's something in the past that I feel like it's some sort of, I don't want to necessarily say lie. We see inspiration and change and opportunity. So definitely something is going to change. And it could be, again, with community. I'm feeling like something that you saw in terms of relationship, what was modeled, beloved, definitely just wasn't, healthy. It may not be true, basically. It could just be a lie in terms of, how people are supposed to operate, how they are supposed to communicate, how they come together and cooperate in relationships. And I feel like it stems from seeing, either experiencing and seeing betrayals and hardships and traumas in the past. If somebody is coming into a state of awakening, having a change of perspective, and maybe the spirit is calling you to break these things up so that you can have healthier relationships going forward. We did shuffle this deck, and the card that ended was this one right here. So as a child, you could have experienced some form of neglect or even abuse. You could have seen a parent, go through that. Doesn't mean it was always physical, but for some it will be physical. It could be emotional. It could be mental. It could be the fact that, somebody just did not necessarily take in the other person's viewpoint, like shut them down and diminish them and their contributions or what they had to offer, bring to the table, making them feel less than worthy or less important than the other, right? Scarcity tactics. It may have put, a sense of scarcity, a scarcity mindset, right? Like, and when people have a feeling of lack, sometimes the way that they operate in relationships is just, it's off, right? It's not necessarily in align with truth for their highest good. And I feel like somebody is being called to make an adjustment, and maybe they're not changing. They could be staying in this relationship because, they may have a sentiment of scarcity. Like, maybe I'm not going to find another relationship. Maybe I need to stick and stay with this because this is what I've seen in the past, beloved. But is that the most healthiest thing for you to do? No, we see giving money. Finance could be a factor, right? Scarcity tactics. Finances could be an issue. Maybe, you're with a partner and they're providing most of the provision. You know what I mean? Maybe you don't feel like you can make it on your own, beloved. Maybe you feel like, I've seen my mother and my father kind of go through this, and they struggled in their relationship, but they stayed together, and that's what I'm supposed to do, beloved. Or it definitely could just have developed a scarcity mindset within self and a feeling of being less than worthy. And I feel like the spirit wants to really bring that to your attention so that you could step up into your next level. I mean, have that sense of ascension is what I'm getting. Yeah, somebody could definitely, be going through something with scarcity. It's really giving me mind games and tricks. What is the things that people do when they feel a sense of lack, beloved. You may be trying to, play the game in some sort of way, or somebody else is playing the game. This one. Light Seer, thank you guys for sticking around. All of you that are here and you are hanging in with the message. If it's resonating for you, please send some reactions. Feel free to comment in the comment section amongst yourself. I can't see all of them, but yeah. We got 7 of Cups here. See, scarcity tactics. I'm getting somebody that's looking for options. You know what I mean? Like, what is it that I need to do to pull myself out of this emotional space? Again, I'm definitely feeling chakra misalignment, like something is stuck, something is stagnant. I'm getting solar plexus, like there's a lot of emotion that needs to be broken down and transmuted. I'm feeling like somebody is going through an enlightening phase, like having some aha moments. And they may be even, thinking back over their life, all of these old endings, and trying to figure out, what does that mean? What lies am I holding on to? How do I overcome any mindset of scarcity, of lack? How is it that I'm playing this game of life based on, established lies, confusion, a mindset of scarcity, beloved? And I feel somebody getting some inspiration with this Ace of Fire, like that aha moment, being motivated to move forward and seize an opportunity. Understanding that you are abundant spiritually, that everything that you need to meet your calling is already built within, but it could just be covered up by layers of hurt and trauma that began very early, even in childhood, beloved. It's like those formative years. See, for somebody, it could be mother wounds. You know what I mean? Like, how were you mothered? What did you see that was, what did your mother model to you in terms of her relationships? How did she treat you? How did she nourish you? How did she nurture you? What were the lessons that were passed down to you? What did you see her struggle? A sentiment of not having enough? Did you see her being lifted up and supported and really, empowered to stand in her fullness? And did she pass that along down to you? I'm feeling like there's definitely a wound here that's led to this mindset of scarcity, something that wasn't true. It could be lies, some sort of deceit, some sort of confusion, and that's what's needing to be cleared up, beloved. Someone may need to have a conversation with their mother. Now, we can't tell you what the fuck to do. We can't, but the spirit might be leading you to have a conversation, to right some sort of wrong, to clear up some sort of lie, some sort of confusion that's leading you to have this mindset of scarcity, to understand how you're playing the game of life right now and move in a whole different direction. I'm feeling inspired action, leadership and opportunity coming after that, beloved. Anything else in here? Spirit say no. See, emotions. Deep rooted, deep seated emotions. What is beneath the surface? And we see King of Wands energy, and we just talked about inspired action, taking leadership, leading yourself forward. And it could be, again, beginning with you, but I feel like what comes up out of you will disseminate out. I'm feeling like osmosis. You will feed that out into your greater community. Yes, anything else? We have 6 of Pentacles, and look behind that, that's the 7 of Cups. So it's definitely some sort of confusion because we just pulled that right here. And I'm feeling like, what you put out will come back in, but what you're giving out could be a product of what has been given, what has been put in, right? So if it's garbage in, then garbage out. But if you clean it up and you get in, alignment and clear all the gunk out that's in your system, then you can put out your light, beloved, and that light will come back in. Bless you guys for being here. This is your girl Lottie here at Tears and We Tarot Show, where you show enough, never know what you're gonna get, beloved. And this is also stemming from a message we did. It was like at 2 or 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. We got woke up because we had this crazy dream about a child who had been kidnapped, right? And it was like they were being held hostage. It was 2 people, a male and a female, and it was like the male had left the house to go do something, get some provision or whatever, and the mother was actually distracted by others, and the child was able to escape and leave the house. But while they were running away, they got met by the masculine energy, and then it felt like they were stuck, like either in quicksand or some sort of something where they could not continue to get away from this situation. I definitely asked the spirit, like, is this something that we are supposed to read? And the spirit said yes. But to interpret it from a dream perspective, it may actually be a child who is missing, and that could be for somebody. But one of the they left a comment saying it could also be childhood wounds, and that definitely could be it. So we've been meditating on that. We meditated in the shower, beloved, and everything, and asked the spirit, and the spirit gave us this message. So we're bringing it. And so we do see, parental issues. It's the same 2 parental figures, Queen of Air and King of Air, which there could have been some strife in the home, and affecting, I feel, the mother in general, and how she nurtured, and how did she pay attention to what she was giving out. How was she supported? Maybe she was distracted. Maybe she didn't give as much as what needed to be provided to this youngster, and it caused a series of heartache, not just from her, but from both, beloved. It could be a lot going on in that. And I do feel subconscious emotions, like very deep emotional wounds, both of them, yes. See, tower moment. And we started with that. We said that somebody had experienced a lot of tower moments in their life, right? And behind this tower moment, we see the Ace of Wands, right? And we see an Emperor. Behind that is the Strength card, right? So this father figure could have been very, headstrong. He could have walked away. It could have left a sense of, disappointment, a hole in the family. We do see that Ace of Wands here again. I'm feeling somebody that is going to be empowered and strengthened after all of this, but it may take a lot of healing to get through it. Right? There is opportunity, and I feel the opportunity is not just going to be for self, but for a greater community. This one. Yeah, see, healing. Something needs to be healed, right? I'm feeling deep healing. And that's the second 4 of Swords that has been pulled. So Spirit is definitely affirming healing. Look, I feel success is going to be here, though. Right? I feel like healing and really getting a hold of what it is the Spirit has put in you to do with all of this information, with all of these experiences, that you will have an opportunity and it will be successful. And I don't feel like, again, just for you, beloved, I feel like for the greater community. I feel like it's bigger than you. Like what you've gone through is preparing you for something. And I feel like it's significant. I felt the card. Yeah, Knight of Swords. I'm feeling in warrior energy. I'm feeling like you're gonna battle something. Like whatever it is, you're gonna be a fierce soldier or warrior against something. And it could be, discussing. Look, we see Queen of Wands. We see, again, that assertive, that leadership, that natural born leader quality. You could come together with another person to do it, like another relationship, or this one could be fixed. I don't know if you guys go to therapy together and really work on, like what's going on in the heart space, clearing up the heart chakra, coming to a mutual understanding. You two could probably go off and do something to battle against this toxicity, right, is what I'm getting. And I'm feeling, again, scarcity tactics. I'm feeling family wounds. I'm feeling healing. And again, this couple is in a challenge, but that doesn't mean that they cannot make it. It means that they may need some help, some therapy in order to come to a meeting of the minds and get past whatever blocks that are in the heart and the solar plexus. I'm even feeling sacral and root. Like, everything from the heart down, beloved. I feel like it's going to open up how they speak to each other, repair that, having a similar vision and goal in mind, getting downloads from the Most High God, getting on one accord, and really battling something. And it could be whatever happened in those formative years. It's a subject, it's a topic, or several of them that needs to be discussed. I'm feeling in an open forum, you know what I mean? And it will help others, beloved. Anything else in here? Spirit saying no. Nope. Queen of Pentacles. I definitely feel opportunity here. I'm feeling like whatever you guys will do will be you will be able to make money. It will be self-sufficient. It's going to be successful. You will grow it. And I feel you being this feminine energy is what I'm picking up, will kind of lead the effort in getting this healing underway. I feel like your spouse will come along with you and you guys will work things out and you will kind of morph into this couple right here. Both being spiritually led, both being fierce leaders, a lot of strength, and tackling some sort of deep seated, deep rooted family or community issue. Something that leads people into a scarcity mindset, talking about how we operate in life, beloved, because of whatever has happened in those formative years, childhood, family setting, modeling all of it. I'm getting the energy to come back to be still and know. But again, that Psalms 46:10 is giving me 10, 10 on each side, beloved. Like, this person has been through a lot, and so have you. And I'm feeling like what you both have been through, kind of puts you at a little bit of an odds ends right now. It could be like the way that you understand life in general, but it's definitely something that's built on a lie. Like, what you saw from a parenting standpoint just wasn't true. It left a state of confusion and scarcity in how you operate in life. I feel like it's affected because of it. I'm hearing healing waters. Do you want this? Yeah. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. I appreciate you, each and every one of you. I do. Understanding that some of this subject matter could be triggering, but I feel like a person is being triggered because it's time for them to heal it, like to take charge, to take leadership, to move forward, beloved. And I feel like it's going to benefit not only you, but your partner, but the greater community as well. This one. We have King Tide, plenty, prosperity, receiving the fullness of life is here. Receiving the fullness of life, right? That always gives me King of Cups energy for some reason. Tide, water, King of water, King of Cups. But I feel like to receive the fullness of life and coming away from this scarcity mindset is why the healing needs to begin. I feel like you are a generational curse breaker, is what I'm getting. And you saw something, quite a few things, in your childhood that has led to this mindset of confusion, something that was built along a lie that just was something that was not true. And the spirit wants you to come away from that, to really dig into it. And if that means, therapy, if it means counseling, something of that sort to heal your spirit, to get yourself back to center, to purge, break up all of those, traumatic events and heal from it, I feel like you will experience the fullness of life, beloved. It could be something that's really stuck, that's diminishing you. It could be depressing you. I definitely feel some subconscious emotions. Follow the stream. We see dedication, trust, future rivers, and oceans is here. And I'm feeling like, again, I'm seeing in the middle of this card, just reading that intuitively, it's something that you go around and around and around with. Something that is like in the center, I'm definitely getting heart chakra. And it's something that has been kind of churning within you. And I feel like the spirit kind of wants you to follow that emotion and see it through and really purge it. Trust that the spirit is going to have you. You know what I mean? Be still and know that the spirit is with you and that you are safe to be dedicated to healing, and that there is a future of abundance and spiritual flow to come into you that's going to lead you to this state of receiving the fullness of life. Like, I just feel like, look, we see metamorphosis change, right? Things are going to be different. Embrace this transformation. Like, it's time for it. And you and this person, your partner, could be the ones that are needed for your family, for your specific lot of individuals that you are destined to reach, to, really bring this to the forefront, to discuss it. We are in that age where everybody is thinking about digging deep, moving past generational curses, things that we have been taught, things that were modeled that are just not true. Right. The demons answered your tarot. Well, we are demon slayers, so thank you so much. We appreciate you. Maybe you're one of them, so if you stick around, we might have something specific for you. We appreciate you. Um, yes. So I feel like the Most High God, the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the ending, that which created all things, beloved, yes, is definitely calling someone to work through some generational curses and to heal this. And they're going to help others heal as they heal. It will be beneficial onto creation and not just themselves, beloved. Yes, we see celebration, fun, unbridled joy, and an open heart. Getting rid of all of that pent up emotion, the pain, the trauma will open you up to the fullness of life where you can actually feel fun and joy. Sometimes when we have, so many things that weigh on us that happen in childhood or early life, it dampens our ability to feel joy, right? It's like you want to feel happy and you see other people with these expressions and they look like they're having so much fun. And it's like, why can't I feel that deeply and organically, authentically for self? Because again, Queen and King of Air, this is somebody that is intellectual, not necessarily emotional. So what happened in your formative years, either mothering, nurturing, nourishing, could be impacting how you feel emotionally. How do you express it? How do you feel it? Are you able to feel it? Are there so many layers of trauma that are affecting your heart and your system that you are unable to feel joy and happiness, beloved? And that is a part of going through the healing journey, even if it means therapy and counseling, so that you can get all of that stuff up off of your heart, where you can experience the fullness of joy and happiness, the fullness of life, beloved. And as you purge those emotions, it opens you up for opportunity. It puts you in alignment. Yes, I saw alignment come up in the comments. Yes, it puts you in alignment to receive joy, to give joy, and to receive joy. And that's what we were saying earlier. Depending on what was put in you early could be what you're expressing outwardly. So if your mother was a person that was like more analytical and they were thinking, or they were too busy, they were distracted, and father walked away and they weren't present, or maybe they spent a lot of time outside of the house, maybe you were left to your own devices to fend for yourself, trying to find a way out. It could lead you with this scarcity mindset. You could be feeling like, okay, what do I do next? Everything is mental. I'm thinking about how do I play the game of life and survive for self, having been through so many things at a young age. But there is a way to break all of that down, to get it out even as an adult, right? And see, how does it affect your relationships? How do y'all heal it? How do you get back into alignment and into your heart again, beloved, is what I'm feeling. I'm getting empath. So the person, again, I'm feeling someone that's chosen, that has a spiritual gift. You could be empathic, right, beloved? You could have absorbed a lot of energy that does not belong to you, and it could be weighing you down. It could be those, underlying emotions subconsciously that need to be released so that you could feel joy and happiness more fully, so that you can give it out. Even if you are not the person that chooses to use your gift in that way, but for some of you, you will have the ability to express passion or experience it. And that's what we were just saying, right? To let yourself receive support, right? If you didn't have supportive parents, or they were distracted, or they were not there, then you may be relying upon self, right? Your thought process could be strong, and you and your partner having a clash because y'all don't see things the same way. You don't understand it the same way. But having the ability to let yourself receive support could start with you supporting you by getting the help, the therapy, the counseling that you need, by really digging into self and healing self. Yeah, embracing your imperfections is here. I always get called to this bowl, right? All the cracks that are there, it's been repaired, but the cracks are evident. We see transformation and metamorphosis with the butterflies, but everything that this vessel has gone through, it says, release the idea that you must be without flaws. You definitely don't have to be perfect. And Queen of Air can have like that perfectionist type of energy, like very type A, always thinking, right? But humans are imperfect, even parents, right? To see them as humans, people that make mistakes, they don't always get things right. This could be something, again, that's generationally, that something that was passed down to them, that was modeled, and you saw it, and now it's affecting you too. But you're called to be the one to make the change, to stop it like it stops with you, so that you can do something new, right? And have an impact going forward. But I feel the cracks in this vessel is what makes you even more beautiful. Very interesting, authentic, endearing. Somebody that people will be able to come to and listen to because you've lived it, you've overcome it, you've healed it, you've faced it, and you definitely will be successful in doing it. And whatever you do with this will be lucrative. Definitely successful, lucrative. I'm feeling recognition for somebody, and it could be, again, recognition on a grand scale, beloved. I feel this going well beyond your family and into like the grander community. I'm hearing the word global, and that's not something hard to imagine at this point. And YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, all that stuff, you can reach a global audience pretty quick. Thank you guys so much for those who are here, who are sticking around to the end. I appreciate each and every one of you. Is there anything else in here? Beloved, say no. It could, identify your emotional triggers, right? You can handle this. So if you are feeling, a lot of emotional triggers, beloved, in clashing in relationships, unable to get into your heart chakra, you think it instead of feel it, you may be called to identify what those triggers are. And it could start from formative years, right? Somebody may want to issue themselves forgiveness. Forgive yourself for what you didn't know. You know what I mean? We make choices, but we don't need to be a hostage to the past and berate ourselves. Make amends and forgive yourself for your own shortcomings. Nobody is perfect, beloved. We're just not. Keep moving towards a beautiful future. And whatever that means for you, the Spirit wants you to do that, to work on your own internal space, your own internal compass, understanding that scarcity is a fallacy, beloved. creation is incredibly abundant, right? And anything that we want, we create from the inside out, right? You have the ability to go in and tap into your spiritual abundance, your resources. And it comes from out of you. But if there's any blockages, then it makes it very difficult to find the fire, to be ignited, to be creative, to really push that stuff up and do the thing or find the thing that you love, that you enjoy, and really put out that emotion. Because what you really feel from a deep core space is what you will attract in, is what you bring into self. You will push out that emotion, and that emotion will come back to you. So to kind of work that out and come into alignment, healing yourself spiritually will definitely open up the ability to tap into more resources. And I feel like somebody is going to get really, really good at it. But healing is definitely a big thing, to identify what's emotionally triggering you. It says we absorb the emotions of others, and we talked about that. Somebody being an empath and maybe taking on emotions and energy that doesn't necessarily belong to you. It could be emotions that's definitely look, confirmation, confirmation, confirmation. And again, this energy doesn't have to just be from a partner. It could be from parental figures, whether it's a mother, whether it's a father, from siblings, from things that happen in childhood, in elementary, middle school, high school. You can have so many layers going on within you that's really blocking the real you. It says we absorb the emotions of others that remain unhealed in ourselves. That's pretty much everything that we've been saying. Notice your triggers, such as anger and fear, and gently begin to heal them. Gently begin to heal them. Caring for self, soothing self, supporting self. And that's depending on however it needs to look for you, beloved. You know, nobody can tell you what your healing journey is supposed to look like. But in order to really get to the fullness of life, to sit in a state of joy and happiness and peace and tranquility in all areas of your life, I'm feeling 4 pillars of abundance, 5 really: mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, and financially. These are some of the things to be rooted up, to be plucked up, so that you can heal and tap into your own spiritual abundance. This was heavy. And I thank you guys, all of you that stayed. I appreciate it. Confirmation, affirmation. Thank you, Sissy. I appreciate you. That's my sister. I love her. If you guys are looking for a personal reading, Michelle at Life Mantra Tarot, beloved, is phenomenal. She's one of the ones that I go to when I need a reading. Like, sis, as a matter of fact, I've been meaning to reach out to you, okay? Like, help us work this out, because I've been getting these dreams and I want to make sure that I'm delivering the messages in the right way. Am I interpreting this right? So that's definitely another area of my gift that I'm going to be digging into and learning more about it. But for this right here, I definitely feel childhood wounds. I feel modeling. I feel trauma in various different levels, beloved. And it's time for you to start healing it. Now, you ain't got to do a fuck shit thing. You can do what you want to do, beloved. But in order for you to fulfill your destiny, your calling, to really feel the fullness and joy of life, beloved, it will behoove you to support self, to heal those wounds and move forward. And whatever it is that you are going to do, I feel like the purpose is much bigger than just you. To the next now, y'all. This is your girl Lottie here at Tears and Wheat Road Show. You sure enough never know what you're gonna get, beloved. You just never know. That Crisco got a little warm. We got to cooking. It definitely wasn't like frying, but we feel like we did drop a few nuggets. The spirit did it. And I appreciate you, each and every one of you that stayed for it. To next now, I love you. I do. I love you just like I love us, because I love the Alpha and the Omega that made us, that called us, that sent us to be the infinite intelligence breathing. Because did y'all know the word still lives in this day? Yeah, be still and know that. Ashe. To the next now. This we're done.